love of learning, open books, open mind. This is just the sweetest shop. I can never feel sad when I'm here. It's just so cheerful. It's so full of arts and plants and all things magical. Poet's Daffodil Extract. They named an extract after me. I usually always get the right shade of makeup. I grab the 125 and Fit Me, and then whatever makeup I'm buying, I compare it. And if they're close, I know the shade's going to be right for me. That looks pretty close. Neutrogena Hydro Boost. It's supposed to plump my face. Every girl needs a plump face, right? There's nothing like a great girlfriend that'll tell you the truth. She lets you know when your pants are too tight. She lets you know when you've got a bad haircut. And she lets you know when you've got the wrong man.
So please, please don't leave. I'm begging you not to go. Oh, please, please don't go. Please don't. I know we've been through this 1,000 times before. I always think we'll get up again. Oh, we've had days and days when life's been beautiful.
So,
And I just know I can't let them go. No. Oh, please, please don't leave. I'm begging you not to go. Oh,
hi everybody. I'm so happy to see you today. I hope you had a wonderful week, and I'm so glad you came back to see me and Cooper. Hey, I've got so much I want to cover today because you have been talking to me a lot about, you had some requests and you had some questions about my hair. I have been struggling a little bit with my hair this summer. I wanted to kind of change the look and the cut of it, and I did cut it shorter, and I went and had my hair done this week, and all they did was put in low highlights. So I'm, you know, kind of trying to get used to that, but I want to go back and get some low lights put in because I love it when I have a lot of dimension to my hair. I like being lighter in the summer and darker in the winter. It does seem like that should be reversed, doesn't it? But anyway, being lighter in the summer is fun, but I miss my low lights, so I want to go back. But you have asked me what's going on with my hair, and I did switch up a few things, so I'll quick tell you what I've been doing. I started using Big Sexy Hair. I started using Big Sexy Conditioner because my color was fading on me too quickly, so I did switch to those two products. So if that wasn't all sexy enough for my hair, I switched to the Big Sexy Hair hairspray. And gosh, I love this. It smells so good, and I love to spray it on my hand and then scrunch my hair. So I love to do that, but you know, before I spray my hair, I always will take a little bit of vitamin E, scrunch it into my hair, and then I can spray my hair until the cows come home, and it will never be icky and scrunchy and dull. The vitamin E is like a natural protectant to make your hair look shiny, and it kind of accentuates the curls too. So so that's kind of a nice little hack there, I think, with vitamin E for your hair. So a while back you asked me to review the Neutrogena Hydro Boost foundation, and I kind of, when I saw it in the store, I thought, oh boy, I don't know, it says it's a tint, and I thought, oh, you know, I don't know if I can get away with a tint, and I kind of put it off, but then I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do it, you know, because I knew my skin was getting a little bit better. So I did take the plunge, and I did buy this week, and I did try it out, and I did film my very first impression the very first time that I used it, and I'll show you that in a second. But first off, I wanted to let you know that this comes in 10 shades. The selling point of the Hydro Boost is that it's very hydrating for your skin. Boy, that's a stretch. The number one ingredient is hyaluronic acid, although when you look at the ingredients, I can't find hyaluronic acid in the makeup. I find a lot of silicone. This has more silicone in it than any foundation I've ever seen, and this is not a foundation, it is a tint. One of the reasons I found it so fascinating to review is their Le Mur has a Le Mur, how do I say that? Le Mur, I don't know. Le Mur is a very high-end foundation, and they are saying that this is a dupe for the Le Mur foundation. So I thought that was really interesting. I haven't tried the Le Mur foundation, but I tell you what, you know, this absolutely does have a high-end feel. So this is it. It's been about an hour since I put my Hydro Boost on, so it has set up. And there's a few things that really jump out at me. Not heavy duty into coverage, so I think your skin should be probably in pretty good shape if you're going to go ahead and wear this makeup. And if you're not there yet, you probably will be, but if I had tried to use this makeup a year ago, I couldn't have done it because my skin was more uneven, and I had some more pronounced age spots on my face. So I could not have worn this makeup a year ago. I can wear it now, just barely, but I can. It really feels beautiful on the skin, and it was such a beautiful tint, and it went on so nice, and it blended so pretty. I love the tint, but I was absolutely shocked at it. It was so glowy, and yet there just really wasn't much coverage at all. I used a lot of concealer with my face today. One of this makeup's claims is that it is a Hydro Boost, that it plumps you up. And you know what? I think that claim is true. And I say that because in this area here, I have a few little fine lines, and I don't know, it looked really plumped up. And so the funny thing about this today is, even though I don't have half the coverage that I'm used to, I don't think I look any older with this, and it's probably because, you know, it's very moisturizing, and you do feel a little plumped up. But most of all, I guess, it's the very warm, natural tint. And if you are going outside somewhere this summer and you don't want anybody looking at you thinking, oh, wow, she really packed on the foundation, yeah, use this, because I built this up 3 times, and it still doesn't look like I have any makeup on my face, any foundation. So, wow, this is the makeup to use if you don't mind powdering, if your skin is in pretty good shape and you don't want to look like you're using foundation. And if you have a good concealer, maybe you don't have anything to conceal, I do. So I kind of worked at it with my concealer. Before you can really properly review a foundation, I think it takes, you know, a couple weeks to live with it and see how it interacts with your other products, see what it does with your blush, see how it holds up in the humidity. And you know, I think it's, you know, the jury is still out, but just my very first impressions, I wanted to make sure that you knew that I think it's beautiful. But I think it takes work for it to be presentable. I think it takes work. If your skin is on the dry side or normal, I think you would really like this makeup. I'm running a little bit on the oily side, and I really love this foundation. It's a tint, it's not a foundation, but I really love it. But you know, the downside for me is that it makes me so shiny and I can't use a lot of powder. And I was watching a video by my friend Laura. Laura has a channel called Shake Up Makeup, and I will list her channel below. But she talks a lot about how she's 10 years younger than I am, but when you get in your 50s and 60s, and if you're piling on the, you know, the HD powder or whatever, you know, sometimes it can be so drying and we smile and it feels like our face is going to crack. So we try to stay away from a lot of powder. And Laura showed a good trick the other day, the other week, where she was using her powder to set underneath her eye, not with a brush, but with her fingers. So I kind of use that tip now from Laura every day, but what I have been doing, I set my under eye area with my banana powder, but this Hydro Boost from Neutrogena, I love it so much, but as you can see on camera, it makes me really, really shiny, and I'm just glowing. And I did not use a primer today. I wanted to make sure I just showed you exactly what this looks like on normal to oily skin, and I know I'm shiny. I have taken, this is a wonderful product, it's by CoverGirl, and it's called True Magic. It's a waxy kind of mattifying, you know, it looks like a, you know, what you would see, you know, in a powder. You know, I was told last year that CoverGirl discontinued this mattifying powder, and it's not a powder, it's a mattifying, what do we call it? I'm not sure. It's like, it's a dupe for the Mally Pore Defender, is it? I should have studied more. But anyway, I love this product. I really love the foundation, but the biggest drawback for me is that it does make me shiny. But this is July. It's very humid. It's very hot right now, so I can't wait to try this makeup in the fall, in the winter. I bet you I would love it. But I guess the bottom line is it blends so beautifully, and people can get right up close, and they're not going to know 100% for sure if you're wearing foundation. So it's not like a mask. So it's like, how important is that to you, that your makeup doesn't look like a mask?
So please don't leave. I'm begging you not to go. Oh, please don't go. Please don't.
Here I go to this little shop. It's a little Hallmark shop by my house, and it's right next door to the sweetest little ice cream place. And at that shop they have all kinds of my little willow tree angels that I love so much. I don't know, I always have a wonderful time there, but I only go once a year because I splurge and I buy a little willow for myself. But I saw one, and it was a little angel girl holding a book, and it said, open books, open minds, and it really spoke to me a lot. So I bought it and I brought it home. So some of you have asked me, why do I collect figurines that don't have a face? And I can see the irony of that, you know. I mean, I do a YouTube channel and all I ever do is talk about our faces, right? Maybe that's why, you know, I was so drawn to them. In fact, the very first time I ever saw a willow I was doing a thrift video, and I'll list that thrift video before, but I had never seen the willows before, the little willow figurines. And in that video I see two of the angel girls and I buy them, and that was 2 years ago. But anyway, getting back to why I like them and they don't have a face. But to me, their body language, and whether they're holding a puppy or a kitten or a book, or a bird, to me that is their face. That is the essence of who they are and what they're representing. When you face the camera every week and everything, you know, when people comment on your lipstick and your eyebrows and your, you know, it's kind of nice to just take a break from that in your life and in your mind. If there's one thing that we all have in common, is that we all have a story to tell. And I absolutely love it that I get to be here every week and I get to tell my story and I get to tell our story. There we are. Everybody here at this channel. Brother and sister. It's so beautiful. That's for you, Cynthia. We got our arms around each other. And I wanted to say one last thing before I close. I have developed a little bit of carpal tunnel in my right hand. And that makes typing very, very difficult for me right now. And it breaks my heart that when you leave comments, I can't respond like I used to. I used to be able to type up a storm, and I can't do that anymore. And I read your comments and I heart them, and you know, sometimes I'll just say, you know, I love you. Or if I used to write you a lot and I don't write anymore, it isn't because I don't care. It's because I do have a hurt hand, and the comments have increased a little bit, so it's a little difficult for me to keep up, plus film and do that thing called living. But please know that I love you and that I read every word you write. So on that note, thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I loved every second of it. So please have a wonderful brand new week, and when you're done with your week, come back and see me in Cooper, okay? Alright, it's a deal. I have a blind date tonight. What's his name?
Oh, we've had days and days when life's been beautiful.
I have a blind date tonight. His name is Tony. He's a plumber. A woman can use a good plumber or a mechanic.